Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
You know, with Disney, retroactively, with these live-action remakes of these beloved animated films, retroactively, they are now turning all the white people black or brown. I thought, well, wonder if they make Snow White black. But then after I had that thought, I was like, well, no way. That's like the one female Disney princess they would never mess with, because, you know, isn't that like the first big Disney animated film, the first one? So I thought that was sacred. And the title alone, Snow White, partly called that correctly because of her snow white skin. You'd have to change the name, Snow Black, Snow Brown. I was like, of course, they're not going to do that. They did it! They fucking did it! Oh my goodness. There's this actress that definitely she's not white. She is Hispanic, and I mean, it sounds insane, doesn't it? I mean, I saw the pictures and compare them to the actual animated. I mean, it looks more insane than what they did with Little Mermaid. But at least with Little Mermaid, that's like a mystical undersea creature. I'm a bit more surprised they changed the crab and the fish to look like real crabs and real fish. That's a little more jarring than like a skin swap on Ariel, right? Also, she had bright red hair. So you know. But Snow White. Okay, buckle in. I should have took notes. Buckle in. There's many reasons this is absolutely just insane. Because I understand adaptions can take liberties and they can be like a little bit different and updated for modern audiences, right? Because some things about old adaptions just doesn't work. Let's say a lot of the old Disney cartoons, you know, were not exactly, they were a bit racist. So, of course, we can't show some of those. Like Song of the South, remember that, okay? I get it. But Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that's in the title, all right? She's supposed to be white. And I guess everyone from certain segments online are going to call me a racist. Sorry I have to do this because YouTube, they've disabled comment sections on some of my uploads because I say certain words, I guess. I don't know. But that's not the case. It is not the case. I just think, silly me, if you have something sacred like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, you actually stand by some of the source material. And there's nothing racist about the lead character in that being white. But it seems like right now, in 2023 and beyond, there's a problem with having white skin. There's a problem with being white. I mean, if you're looking for a role in a Disney movie, maybe, you know, if you're not the lead, maybe if you're a background character, they might hire you if you're white, you know, possibly, maybe, right? But equally as big as a problem, there's a lot of different layers to this. I'm not sure how many different layers we're going to go into. Equally a different problem is the second part of that title, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen the movie fully through unless I was like a little kid or something. So I do recall aspects. There were the Seven Dwarfs. You know, isn't that the same movie? Hi ho, it's over here we go. Whatever it was. Seven Dwarfs, right? They released some pictures, and I'll try to at least show this in the thumbnail or here. You can look it up online. They actually had some shots from the movie. Disney came out and actually said they weren't from the movie, but then it looked too bad, right? And then they reneged and went back and said, okay, it is from the movie. It's not the same actors, but I don't know, some way to describe it, I'm not sure. But there's not 7 dwarves in that picture walking, through the grass. I don't even know what the hell to describe it as. It's 7 random people. Only one of them is a dwarf. So they did backflips over diversity to make sure there's men, there's women there, and then there's a little dwarf. So the title, Snow White, is wrong. You gotta call it Snow Brown or Snow Olive. I don't know what you call it, Snow Light Brown. I'm not sure what you call like a Hispanic. I'm not sure what the actual crayon in the box would be. And then the 7 politically correct hipsters, I guess. Magical creatures. I'm reading somewhere that magical creatures. They're not dwarves. All right. I want to know what the problem is. Is that by just having dwarves and hiring actors to play dwarves? Is that a little too problematic? Right now there's a lot of little people that want to get big roles in movies, big jobs, right? And they were probably waiting at the chance to be one of the 7 dwarves in a big movie like Snow White and the 7 Dwarves, and they only got one. Apparently, there's something that happened with that little guy from the Game of the Thrones, who has a stranglehold on in Hollywood any roles with little people. He said something that is a little messed up, that they're gonna have 7 dwarves in this movie, and that's backwards. Okay, I mean, I think he's just protecting his own interest, because what are the chances one of these little dwarves has a breakout in that movie, and then they start getting all the work from him? What a mean little dwarf he is, right? What a mean little dwarf. What a jealous dwarf. There's none worse than a jealous dwarf. So, I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this, other than this is the worst possible time for this to come out for Disney, because they are bleeding money. Indiana Jones was a flop. Elementals was a flop. The report I'm hearing now is that Bob Iger might be looking to sell Disney. The streaming service in a year might be gone. Things are going really terrible for Disney. And it's an example, like you've heard so many times, of a company locking their, digging in their heels and giving people what they do not want. The world does not want or need a non-white Snow White. There's no need for that. The world does not need, instead of 7 dwarves, like in the movie, 7 weird-looking, hipster, politically correct bozos. I mean 6 and then the one throwing dwarf. How bad is it now? We have a token dwarf in a Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs movie.